What if everything society told you about aging was a lie? Imagine turning 60 years old, and instead of hiding your body from the world, you proudly show it. That's exactly what supermodel Paulina Porizkova did, and the internet cannot stop talking about it. But her message wasn't just about beauty. It was about something much deeper: self-acceptance, confidence, and the courage to love your body even when the world tells you not to. And the truth behind her viral video might surprise you. Here's a shocking truth about aging in the media. For decades, the entertainment and fashion industries have quietly pushed one powerful idea: youth equals beauty. By the time many models reach their 30s or 40s, their careers often slow down dramatically. But Paulina Porizkova is rewriting that narrative. At 60 years old, the legendary supermodel recently posted a bold and honest video on Instagram, wearing pink underwear and a silk robe. The caption posed a question many people ask her: how do you look so fabulous at 60? But instead of giving a glamorous answer filled with beauty secrets, she told the truth. And that honesty is exactly why millions of people are paying attention. In her video, Paulina starts by standing confidently in soft lighting, wearing a colorful silk robe over pink lingerie. At first glance, it looks like another glamorous moment from a famous model. But then she pulls the curtain back. She relaxes her pose. She removes the robe. And suddenly the message changes. This is the reality, she says. This is what 60 years old looks like. She points out the natural lines on her chest. She talks openly about gaining around 15 pounds over the past few years. And she doesn't try to hide her stomach. Instead, she explains something many women rarely hear in public conversations about beauty. That stomach? It carried 2 children, and it deserves respect, not criticism. She even jokes that no amount of Pilates will change that. But what truly surprised viewers wasn't just her honesty. It was her confidence. Because she says something powerful. She actually likes herself more now than when she was younger. The deeper story behind this moment makes her message even more powerful. In the caption of the video, Paulina reveals something personal. She first bought the lingerie set 7 years ago, but not for herself. She bought it for someone else. Someone she says barely cared about the lingerie. Someone who simply wanted her to be 20 years younger. That quiet sentence reveals something millions of people relate to. The pressure to stay young. The pressure to stay perfect. And the painful feeling of never being enough. But today, Paulina says things are different. Now, she wears that same lingerie for a completely different reason. For the joy of seeing the reaction of someone who actually appreciates her. Her fiancé, writer Jeff Greenstein. And according to her, even though the lingerie barely fits now, it's still worth wearing. Because today, she feels more confident in her own skin than ever before. There's a reason this video has sparked conversations across the internet. Because Paulina's message challenges something deeply embedded in modern culture. The idea that aging should be hidden, especially for women. Scroll through social media and you'll see endless filters, edits, and beauty standards that feel impossible to reach. But Paulina's message is the opposite. She calls it smoke and mirrors. The perfect photos, the perfect lighting, the perfect poses. Behind all of that, gravity still exists. Bodies still change, and life leaves its marks on us. But instead of seeing those changes as flaws, she sees them as evidence of a life lived. And this wasn't the first time she spoke about it. Months earlier, Paulina shared another unfiltered video while getting ready. She was simply dressing herself. Nothing glamorous, no dramatic lighting, just real life. In that video, she wore a simple pair of underwear from Victoria's Secret that she had owned for 4 years. But she also revealed something deeply personal. She showed the scars on her hips. Scars from a bilateral hip replacement surgery. Many celebrities would hide something like that. But she chose transparency instead. Because those scars tell a story. A story of survival, of healing, of resilience. And rather than editing them out, she embraced them. In the caption of that earlier post, Paulina shared a message that many fans found incredibly comforting. She said that when people look at her body, they might notice its imperfections. But she hopes that instead of feeling disappointed, they feel relief. Relief that even a famous supermodel isn't perfect. Relief that real bodies exist everywhere. And she encourages people to do something simple but powerful. Give themselves a break. Wrap their arms around their imperfect selves. And show themselves a little compassion. Because according to Paulina, imperfections are not failures. They are what make every human being a unique original. In today's digital world, conversations about body image are more important than ever. Young people grow up surrounded by images that are heavily edited and filtered. Even adults feel the pressure. Wrinkles are erased. Bodies are reshaped. And aging is often treated like something shameful. But voices like Paulina's are slowly shifting that narrative. Instead of pretending perfection exists, she reminds us that beauty evolves, it changes, it matures. And sometimes it becomes even stronger with time. Paulina Porizkova's message isn't really about lingerie. It isn't about modeling, and it isn't even about age. It's about freedom. The freedom to stop chasing impossible standards. The freedom to accept the body you live in. And the freedom to recognize that confidence doesn't come from looking perfect. It comes from owning your story. Every scar, every wrinkle, every change, because those things represent something powerful. They represent life. At 60 years old, Paulina Porizkova isn't trying to look 20 again. She's doing something far more inspiring. She's showing the world what it looks like to embrace reality, to laugh at society's expectations, and to stand confidently in a body that has lived, loved, and grown. And maybe that's the real reason her message is going viral. Because deep down, people aren't looking for perfection. They're looking for honesty. And Paulina just gave it to them.